And welcome to the Ballarat Underwater Hockey Nationals 2025. And you are watching the elite women's game between Queensland and Tasmania. And we are just a few seconds into play, but Tasmania are defending the tray successfully against a Queensland attempt on goal. And Tasmania look like they've successfully defended the puck and are swimming it up the wall toward the Queensland end. And we're just off camera for a second, but we can assume that the Queensland player is trying to hold the puck. The referees look like they've called up an infringement. And Queensland are looking ready to defend their goal tray from a Tasmanian onslaught. And now Queensland are driving the puck up toward their end, and the Queensland fullback, looks like Sunny from Townsville, is defending the puck. And that would be Kate Howard slamming down the puck and stopping the Tasmanian player in her tracks. And that looked like Astrid, Queensland player, who pushed the puck towards the wall, and the Tasmanian player, Eliza Game, it looked like, is driving the puck out to the middle of the court and making an attempt on goal. But they were stopped in their tracks by Kate Howard. Looks like Kate Howard is in the centre court there for Queensland, nicely defending that play by Tasmania down the centre of the court. And Queensland are making a bit of a drive now, but Tasmania took possession, and that looks like I can't see much. And welcome to the women's elite match between Queensland and Tasmania. And playing for Queensland in the elite women, we have a team list of Kate Howard, Dina Vittori, Mel Patton, Jess Barker, Alana Mees, Best Octum, Sandra Erdman, Ingrid Scoble Hansen, Leon DeCasa, Sarah Hartley, and Hannah Clark. And we have Sienna Thompson as vice captain. So far, this women's game between Queensland and Tasmania is very tightly contested. The puck has been really evenly distributed between both teams, both having a lot of possession and in the middle of the pool. Although Tasmania look like they're sort of making a reasonably close attempt toward goal, but yeah, Queensland also look comfortably defending it. So number one for Queensland is Kate Howard, and she is playing fullback by the look of it, and she's got a good position over the tray there. And closest to camera, at number 11, we have Alana as a left forward, and that
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the Ballarat Underwater.
Okay. Yes, I'm getting a bit drowned out here by the other commentator. The other commentary team is rather loud. Okay, they're going to keep their volume down a little bit. I could speak a little bit more loudly as well if I wanted to, but we'll keep the pitch fairly even. Stern looks from the elite women's commentary booth to the other commentary team. Luke Martin. Yes. Well, all right. So Tasmania are making an attack on the goal. They've had an advantage puck, and they are going to try and drive it into the goal. And Kate Howard was very comfortably getting down on the puck, but I can see her just comfortably driving that goal out. She is not looking too stressed there at all. And yeah, Queensland have just swum that swum that puck away. But Tasmania are trying to come back down through the middle, or back down on that channel, back toward the goal, but no joy for them. The Queenslanders are comfortably defending, but there is Hannah Martin lurking to get the puck toward the goal. She did not get a pass, but okay. Someone from Queensland was able to nicely curl the puck around in defence, no worries at all. And Queensland have defended that puck comfortably. No problems there. So the scoreline in the elite women's game between Queensland and Tasmania is currently 0-0, and the players for the Tasmanian team, I will read out that team list shortly after this exciting attempt on goal by Tasmania occurs. Queensland defending again, so it does look like Queensland are doing slightly more defending in the first few minutes of this game that we've had so far. Okay, we're having a coach timeout. That Queensland coach is giving some advice to the Queensland elite women's team about their structure, and that means I have now Queensland need to drop down and defend that goal tray behind them from the attempt by Queensland. You can see the Tasmanian players all lined up, 3 forwards in a row, neatly like ducks in a row, ready to drive that puck in. But Kate Howard, that fullback, it was very hard to tell. It looked like a goal could have possibly been scored by Tasmania, but that was a goal. Okay, there was a goal scored by Tasmania then, so that was a successful goal scored by Tasmania. So that looks like the scoreline in the elite women's game between Tasmania and Queensland is now 1 goal to Tasmania and no goals to Queensland, unless someone wants to come and correct me otherwise, because I can't see the... Oh, lovely. A magic elf is going to check the scoreline and is going to tell us. Oh, lovely. Thank you. Did you happen to notice how much time is left on the clock? No pressure. Thank you, elf. Thank you. Oh, we have even binoculars in the commentary box. Someone with binoculars is able to go and check how much time's left. But a few minutes have elapsed into the first half of the elite women's game, and Tasmania drive Tasmania are driving again toward the goal. Gosh, that's a lovely save by Queensland. And Tasmania are there on that corner of that tray, obviously, right now. Madly. Oh, there we go. That looks like Tasmania. Yeah, I think that's a Tasmanian goal pretty comfortably. No. Queensland have managed to defend that right off the tray. Fabulous save by Queensland, and that's a really, really, really great defence there by Queensland because they're under a lot of pressure there from the Tasmanian women's team. And while the referee positions the puck and calls a free puck advantage toward Tasmania, I will read out the Tasmanian elite women player list for anyone who is interested. Possibly Eliza Game taking the puck right now toward her players, but there we are. Looks like Hannah Martin about to be a strong centre forward, driving that puck towards the goal, and now Tasmania continue the offensive. And Queensland are defending the puck. Tasmania in the yellow, bright yellow swimmers. That's Tasmania, sort of more fluorescent colour, the sort of yellow and black. Strong drive toward the goal, strong drive towards the goal, and that'll be a goal for Tasmania. So that's 2 fairly rapid goals by Tasmania. Very strong bottom positions by the Tasmanian elite women. through the very through a very. Oh no, I was wrong. That goal was disallowed because the refs must have seen something, and Tasmania are still. Oh, Tasmania is still trying to get that puck in that tray, but they just can't get that puck in the tray, and Queensland are onto it and are smashing that puck out along the back wall. And now Tasmania will have to try to get the puck back into the goal. No, there's been a call. So Queensland can take a bit of a breather there for a minute. And, oh, no, okay, they're back on. The defenders are now looking for that incoming Tasmanian player and to cut off that attempt on goal. Relentless pressure by Tasmania here, and back into the puck, and we have a Queensland player successfully reading that play and defending that goal nicely away from the goal tray. Looks like a break in play. The referees have seen something a little while back, and we're having a timeout, it looks like. No, we're not having a timeout. We're just having a advantage puck. An advantage puck. An advantage puck is where one team has been seen to be playing fairly, and the other team is seen to be playing unfairly or infringing in some way the rules, and so that gives the team who were playing fairly the opportunity to swim the puck forward unimpeded for 3 metres, and the defending team have to back away and allow that space to be taken before they're allowed. As soon as the team with the advantage puck touches the puck, however, the defending team can rush forward and try to break the advantage down. So the advantage puck players have launched the puck forward, but Queensland have stopped that attack. And Tasmania are now launching back in toward the centre of the tray, but Queensland have been able to push the puck away toward the far side of the wall, just in desperation. It's always a smart play to take the puck to a safe place, like the wall, away from the goal. And we can read the Tasmanian elite women's team list now. We have Thea Buick, number 14, Fiona Walsh, number 3, Eliza Game, number 6, Camille White, number 9, is captain, Alex Summer, number 12, Alice Vanderwood, number 13, Hannah Robert Tissot, vice captain, number 5, Grace Wells is number 7, Gabby Larson is number 1, Phoebe Stewart is number 10, and that completes the elite women list. So, yeah, some of those great Tasmanian defenders have not had to do too much defending so far. It's been mostly Tasmanian attacks on goal, and Tassie. In the beginning, the play was highly contested, fairly equal possession of the puck, but in the last sort of middle part of this first half of the elite women's game at the Underwater Hockey Nationals here in Ballarat, the Tasmanian elite women's team have really taken possession of the game, and that's a lovely pass back to the player who's taken the wall option. It's taken a bit of a... Okay, the referees have called up some sort of an infringement. They've seen... over the far side of the court, so it's going to be hard for us on camera to see what is happening, but it looks like Queensland have the advantage, and they're going to now swim the puck into Tasmania, and those Queensland players are now going to drive the puck in. Oh, very close, very close. Queensland look like they're making a pretty solid attack on goal, but oh, I think I might have seen the puck actually go into the goal tray then. Amazingly well done. I think Queensland have just scored a goal really suddenly, seemingly out of nowhere. They took that free advantage puck to their advantage and just scored a goal straight from that advantage puck. So there's around 1 minute left of the first half of this elite women's game between Tasmania and Queensland. And Tasmania did dominate the first half and have several goals. And on the strike, Tasmania reached the puck first and goes straight down the middle of the pool, and the puck spills out to the side, and Queensland are now trying to sweep the goal to the far wall and possibly buy themselves some time, because there's not much time to go, and I think Queensland would want to slow down that. There was a pretty steady progression of goals there from Tasmania, and Queensland might be looking to, score some goals themselves. That would be their number one mission at the moment. So we have an advantage puck awarded to Tasmania, who will now no doubt try to use this to their advantage to score a goal. Queensland ready to defend that goal tray, and in comes the Tasmanian puck, but Queensland saw it coming and have swum that to the wall. But in Tasmania come, relentless as ever. Great pressure from Tasmania. They will just keep swinging that puck back down toward the goal tray, and Tasmania are just relentlessly driving that puck down toward the goal tray. But Queensland continue to sweep the puck toward the far wall in defence. But Tassie won't give up. Tassie, yep. Okay, the referees have seen something. Oh, no, okay. And we're still defending. Oh, Tasmania have just, with that relentless pressure, that looks like a goal scored by Hannah Robert Tisso, centre forward. Yep. Actually, it looks like we've had I haven't got a good read, but it actually could have been Queensland who just scored a goal, because it looks like the teams have swapped ends. I can't actually see the court or see the... Yeah, okay, so it's...
The ref hasn't changed the scores on the thing for that.
Okay.
No, the number.
Okay, so the players... Are you able to see how much time's left on the clock of the far?
2:28.
Okay. Well,
1-1.
1-1.
Goal was paid, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, maybe the last goal wasn't paid. So it's looking like it's 1-1. There may have been a few goals that were not awarded, because the puck's gone in the tray many times, but I can't actually see above the water, so I can't see what the there you go, on the far court. All right, amazing. There's been a coach timeout. The Tasmanian coach is now having a good chat to the players, and is trying to calm the horses, because this is a really tight game between Queensland and Tasmania. Tasmania did heaps of attacking. Queensland were able to defend many occasions. So the goals that Queenslanders scored were breakaways off. The one goal they scored was a breakaway off an advantage puck, and it was it was very fast. Okay, so the timeout is finished, and the Tasmanian players are now ready to strike the puck in this elite women's game of the Ballarat Underwater Hockey National Championships 2025. We're waiting for recommencement of play after the halftime break. And the camera is really poised on... there's the Queenslanders also poised, ready for springing into action on the strike. And look at the tension. Tasmania springing in action. Queensland ready to spring in action. And Queensland, the black team, are launching themselves off to the centre, and the puck has not moved very far, but Queensland made a little bit of ground, but Oh, this is a very hotly contested puck. Um,
We have 1 minute.
Tasmania swing the puck toward the far wall, and Queensland try to make a drive. Yes, Queensland look like they're making a bit of a drive now, but the Tassie defenders are there, lurking on the bottom like crocodiles. No worries. She takes this puck now to the wall safely, and puts the puck in a comfortable position on the wall, away from her goal tray. She does not want the Queenslanders anywhere near her goal tray, so she sweeps the puck to the edge of the court.
Some beautiful defence there by Western Australia.
And all income Queenslanders are hungry for a goal, but Tassie are all over it.
Real strong example of expansion.
That's
in the hockey court.
so looking at the team list for Tassie.
And that appears to be half time.
Ooh, Queensland are making a pretty hot attempt on goal here, but
30 seconds left on the clock.
Tassie are switching the play around in defence and are taking a massive switch, possibly looking to score a goal themselves from one end of the court to the other. That's a huge swim there by Tassie, but the Queenslanders are there waiting to
Western Australia
slow them down.
in the corner.
And
They'll be trying to burn it to
rain on their parade. So the referees have
rugby this first half.
paused the play to award an advantage puck to
Victoria 0.
no, award an advantage puck to Tasmania.
Half time.
So Tasmania are getting an advantage puck in their desired end of the pool, so they're probably going to try to score. Tasmania are going to try and score right now off that advantage, and they will be driving relentlessly in towards the centre, and Queensland will be relentlessly trying to sweep the puck clear of the tray toward the wall, which they have just done. No worries at all. And Tassie pass the puck to the centre of the court and drive the puck down the middle of the court. Queensland are defending, and the Queensland player is looking to release the puck to one of her wings, which she does successfully, and the wings are now, Queensland wings are taking a drive toward their goal. There, Tassie ready. That looks like Phoebe Stewart, a very competent back, saw that one coming and shut it down. No worries at all. In goes Phoebe on the wall, ready to shut down play there. Queensland switch the play around to the centre of the court. They're going to try to drive the puck into the centre of the goal tray. Oh, where are the Queensland players? Oh, nearly there. Not quite. That Queensland wing wasn't quite there to smash that puck into the tray, but very close. And so now Tassie will try the counter-offensive up the wall, it would seem. And Queensland say, nope, we're taking the puck down the centre of the court. We're going to re-attack our goal down the centre. And Queensland are going down this sort of channel just off the wall. But Tassie are onto it and just going to smash the puck back into the wall. And that looks like Kate Howard, number 1 for Queensland, doing a big drive down the right-hand channel of the pool towards her goal tray. And Queensland will be defending that until... Yeah, there's a play-off camera at the moment. We can't see... There's not a lot we can see here on camera, but yeah, Queensland are now driving solidly toward the goal tray. They'd be hoping to score in this opportunity. The Tasmanian defenders are waiting in anticipation for that puck. Oh, there the Queensland player does make an attempt, but she's got lots of Tasmanian defenders in her way. And Okay, it sounds like the buzzer has broken in this court, so we can hear the old-fashioned kind of cowbell buzzer has been pulled out of the cupboard for this game, which is nice for me because I'm in the commentary box and I can't really see the game at all. But I can just hear the cowbell, the cowbell going off the distance, which tells me that the game that we're watching here has been paused, and we've probably had some coach talk. This is a really tightly contested game in the elite women's underwater hockey match in Ballarat, Victoria, and it is between Tasmanian elite women and Queensland elite women, and the score is 1-1, so a really tight, evenly matched game. The referee has has not called up play. The Tasmanians are still fighting and taking the puck, and a lovely big switch drive around the pool. But the referees had they just didn't listen. The referees had made a call, and they didn't hear the cowbell. They might not have been used to that cowbell. And I have a fantastic assistant here on camera. Sarah from Geelong. Thanks, Sarah. The technology department here is being nicely manned by a number of women staff. We do like to support STEM and women in STEM in underwater hockey. We're a very inclusive organisation. And for anyone watching out there who's just tuned in, this is the elite women game between Tasmania, who are now dropping to defend the puck from the onslaught of Queensland, who are looking to drive the puck to the right of the screen, to their goal tray, which is to the far right of the screen. And those players lurking on the right are trying to defend the goal tray from Queensland. And Tasmania look like they're driving the puck on the far wall down toward their goal tray, which is the far left of the screen. And if they are successful, those Queensland players there is one Queensland player lurking on the left of the screen, making sure that the puck does not come near. Well, that Tasmanian player is approaching very rapidly toward this goal tray, and Tasmania now look dangerous. They are trying to swarm up. The play's been called up. The cowbell has, the donger, as it's sometimes called, has been donged. And the referees have seen an infringement, possibly further away, somewhere further away. And Queensland will now be defending that goal tray on the left-hand side of the screen. That yellow piece of plastic is the goal tray in underwater hockey. And Tasmania are the team who will shortly be dropping down to the bottom of the pool, holding their breaths, just doing a duck dive down and trying to paddle their fins very fast, using their fin momentum to drive that lead puck, which is covered in plastic, so it sits fairly heavily on the bottom of the pool, allowing the players to push that lead puck with their bats. They're small. As you can see in the hands of some of the players, there's some very small hockey sticks, much smaller than a field hockey stick. And that player is using her force to push that puck towards that yellow goal tray, and she's successful. She did that comfortably. It's hard to see, but just a small dark shadow on the screen. We could see that puck moving into that goal tray without a problem. So Queensland will be feeling that goal very harshly, because that would be considered a fairly that goal looked a bit easy for Tasmania. They sort of took it straight into that, pushed it straight into that goal tray, off that advantage puck. So yeah, maybe Queensland. It's possible Queensland are getting a little bit tired. I mean, I'm sure everybody's tired. This game is known to be very high cardiovascular workout. Very takes a lot of lung endurance to play this game. So the players all have to practice holding their breath a lot. And Tasmania look like they are hungry to score again, but Queensland aren't having it. They're swimming that puck away from that goal tray as fast as they can, because they will be feeling that that breakdown in their defence a few seconds ago very keenly. That would have hurt a lot. That's taken the goal. That's taken the scoreline from 1-1 to 2 goals to Tasmania, 1 goal to Queensland. So Queensland are currently down 1 goal, although the game has been very tightly contested. On the whole, Tasmania have had more attempts on goal, and some have been disallowed. Some goals have been disallowed. Right, all right, Queensland. They're gathering their horses for another attack. They'd like to equalise the scoreline if they possibly can. Nothing to see here. The play is off the far side of the court. Very difficult to see through the hazy pool. We are playing the National Underwater Hockey Championships here in lovely Ballarat, Victoria, and it's been an excellent competition so far. The Ballarat Aquatic Centre has hosted our sport, and we've all had a wonderful time courtesy of Victorian Underwater Hockey, and New South Wales Underwater Hockey have helped organise this competition as well. So if you are interested in playing underwater hockey, you can probably find a game happening in a lot of some regional centres and most capital cities of Australia. And Queensland are now trying to desperately get that pucked into that goal tray, which is that yellow line you see on the right, which is hugging that corner of the pool. That's the goal tray, but the Tasmanian players, the ones in yellow and black that you see, they keep dropping down to the bottom of the pool to protect their goal tray, which is So it looks like Tasmania will be defending a Queensland attempt. Queensland are now going to attack that goal tray with all their might, holding their breath, and try to get that puck into that goal tray. If they can get past the Tasmanian players that Tasmanian player has channeled that puck. But Queensland come back in, and Queensland are trying to bash that puck into that goal tray, and they are very close. Yes, it looks like a Kate Howard, very strong player, number 1, has come in like a bat out of hell and scored a goal for Queensland, which is very exciting because Queensland have just equalised the scoreline, meaning that the score is now 2-2 to Queensland and Tasmania elite women's teams here in Ballarat, Victoria. And we are in the second half, and we have a few minutes to go. Very exciting game. And we've got 3.5 minutes to go in this very exciting game between Tasmania and Queensland elite women. So the play is off camera currently. Hard to see. What's happening now would be Queensland driving the puck down the centre of the pool, trying to get another Queensland looking dangerous to score a goal now. Tasmania will be trying to shut down that drive by Queensland. In comes the Queensland player, takes the puck into the centre of the pool, although the referees have seen an infringement, possibly gloving, and have called, looks like Tassie are defending their goal tray, and Queensland have an advantage. They're going to have an advantage puck in front of the goal. So if they can score from here, that would be excellent. It did actually look like the Tasmanian player broke. I'm not sure if the referees picked that up, but it did look like the Tasmanian player broke away from her line before the refs, before the bell had gone. But no, they didn't see that. Indeed, to me, it looked like she broke away, and in doing so, actually got the puck in the head, which is how she got the puck in the head, was from kind of breaking a little bit early. But the refs obviously didn't see it that way, and have called the have called it as an advantage to Tasmania due to the puck having hit the Tasmanian player in the head. So Tassie are now have possession of the puck and are driving the puck toward the wall, the far wall. Toward the left-hand side of the screen is the direction Tasmania want to go in, and the Tasmanians look like they're driving to the left, which is their goal tray. That yellow tray on the left, far left side of the pool is the goal tray that Tasmania are aiming for. And Queensland have... No, Tasmania are relentlessly trying to drive that. No, Queensland have seen all that coming and have just cleared the puck away from that goal tray toward the wall near the camera, which is just out of view of us. But we imagine that Queensland are continuing to try to drive the puck up the wall. And here is the Tasmanian player in yellow dropping down to prevent that drive towards her. Okay. Yep, Tasmania are defending. We can see all the Tasmanian players in front of screen now. They are swimming down to defend the puck, which the Queenslanders are trying to drive to the right-hand side of the screen. That's where their goal tray is located. And it looks like now that the players head... No, Queensland are still relentlessly trying to... Yeah, the play's really being held in the middle of the court right now. It's really tightly contested between both teams. With 2 minutes to go in the second half of this elite women's game of the Underwater Hockey National Championships, both teams are madly trying to... What's the score of this game? It's still two.
The score thing's not got
Okay. It looks like... Okay.
I'm serious.
Okay, that looks like full time. It looks like that elite women's game has actually finished, and the teams are congratulating each other. They line up like that at the end of the game in a good sportsman person gesture of shaking the other player's hands, a good tradition in underwater hockey to encourage civil relations between all the teams and to congratulate everybody on the match. So the end result of that elite women's game was 2-2, a really close game, and Queensland will be happy with that because that is an improved scoreline for them. I believe they lost last time to Tassie, so they have evened up. They've gained some confidence and evened up the scoreline compared to last time. Thank you very much for watching the Underwater Hockey Championships in Ballarat, Victoria, and look forward to showing you the next game, which will be...
No idea. You'll find out.
You'll find out when you watch. Have fun. Thank you.